Alrighty, Madison Beer, her new album Locket came out today. Today is January 16th, the date of the release. I am here to do my first full reaction to it. This is my second ever music reaction video. Did one last night to the A$AP Rocky album. Gonna do one today with the Madison Beer album Locket. I'm a pretty big fan of Madison Beer. I've been listening to her since her 2018 album called I'm waiting for it to pull up. I think it's called As She Pleases. Yeah, and then Life Support in 2021. That was the one that really sent me over the edge in terms of being a fan of hers. I think she does like damn near experimental things on Life Support. There's like a interlude that I think is really cool. She does these cool like vocal effects. Stay Numb and Carry On's a really good song off the top of my head. Effortlessly. Just a lot of really, really good songs on life support. Silence between songs, didn't enjoy that one quite as much. It's a little bit straightforward. It's a little bit more subdued, a little bit more low key. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't enjoy it quite as much. But with Locket here, she's had some interesting singles off of it. I've heard Make You Mine, obviously. That one came out like in 2024. Like it came out a while ago. She was doing the whole Jennifer's body thing in the music video, and she's a very good looking person. I think I think most people are aware of that, and yeah, that video was awesome. Yes, baby. I also heard. I haven't heard Bittersweet yet. I don't believe so. It'll be my first time listening to that one on this album. This is a pretty short album, 34 minutes. So pretty excited about it. I'm curious to like know like the demographics of Madison Beer's audience because she obviously has like quite a big fan club amongst the American male audience. I was like watching this TikTok or Instagram reel the other day. It was like one of those ones where like, like the girlfriend will put up like a screen behind the boyfriend and be like, girls my boyfriend shouldn't know. Then like Madison Beer came up and he was like, yeah, that's Madison Beer. And then she was like, yo, you know about her and like her music? And he's like, oh, what? She makes music, which is actually hilarious because I know about Madison Beer through her music. Like I heard her music first and then I found out she was like really good looking. So it kind of just worked out that way. It's kind of funny. But anyways, Locket theme is the intro to the song. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it and give you my thoughts on it. Usually, I mean, at least what I did last time is I just let the song play through all the way. If anything crazy comes up or anything really catches my ear, I might pause it for a second and, speak my mind on whatever that is. But for the most part, just gonna let it rock through the whole song and then give my thoughts of the song afterwards and then give like a score out of 10 on what I think of the album. So, Locket theme, here we go.
Did you miss me? I like to pretend you did. Was crying lately, I know you can picture it. All our memories safe in my locket. I carry it. I know I missed you, I'm not gonna lie about that. I had to leave you be and see how I felt about that. If you don't hear from me, it don't mean I loved you less. Had to get this off my chest. I've been searching, but the answer's right in front of me. My protection's so divine and I see pain on a necklace. Set it down, I'm weightless. Everything that I could ever need.
That was a really good intro. That was like really, pretty instrumental, kind of built up. She was talking about some stuff. I kind of want to go back to that for a second and look at the lyrics because um let's see if I could go back and like look at the lyrics again. I'm just like curious like if, what the meaning exactly is. Um did you miss me? I like to pretend you did. So yeah, I guess she was talking about a romantic relationship, but for a second, like she was talking about like divine protection and stuff like that, which kind of made me think like maybe she's talking about like a lost loved one or something, but I don't get that from these lyrics so far. But I thought it was a really good start to the album. Only writer on the credits, at least so far. So that's really interesting. I think she's a really good lyricist. So we're gonna go into Yes Baby, which I've already heard, but I'd like to hear it in the context of the album. So gonna let it rock.
Speaking to me soft like silky sheets, fingers in the dark, two heartbeats. Basically, a god, you pray to me. Whisper in the dark, you want me. It's a look, it's a touch, it's a dangerous kind of crush. Say it once, say it twice, come and say it another time. Yes, baby, yes, yes, baby, yes, yes. Yes, baby, yes, yes, baby, yes, yes, baby, 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 yes, baby, yes. So put the work in, cut your teeth. Don't you wanna hear me say it? It's the least you could do for me. I just wanna hear you say it. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, yes. Something on the way you're watching me, talking to me nice and slowly. Promise if you ask, you will receive. Come a little closer to me. It's a look, it's a touch, it's a dangerous kind of crush. Say it once, say it twice, come and say it another time. Yes, baby, yes, baby, yes, yes. Yes, baby, yes, yes, baby, yes, yes, baby, 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 yes, baby, yes. So put the work in, cut your teeth. Don't you wanna hear me say it? It's the least you could do for me. I just wanna hear you say it. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, yeah, it still sounds really good in the context of the album. I really like that song. I feel like it's kind of returning to kind of the sound she was she was working with in life support, but a little bit more like palatable and a little bit more like radio ready in terms of like the sound. Like it just feels like a little bit more like clean and to the point than what she was doing on life support, but it's got that kind of I don't want to say like experimental, but it's got just like like a little bit of a weirdness to it. Lyrically, I like the way she puts things. She's being like suggestive, um, but in a way that's like kind of poetic and certain spots. Um, I'm trying to find I wouldn't even say poetic, but just like suggestive without being over the top. Like talking to me nice and slowly. I promise if you ask, you will receive. Just being suggestive, being flirtatious. The music video, another, fantastic music video where you really get to see her. She looks amazing in the video. The visuals are really good for it. She's like on a treadmill and like kind of working out in the video. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, next song is Angel Wings, so we're gonna let that play. And shout out to Madison's Beer's team, her label or whoever. Like they already have the lyrics up on Apple Music. Sometimes it takes a while when a new album comes out for them to have the lyrics already pulled up. I like to have the lyrics in front of me, so um yeah, shout out to them.
Don't know where you go, the nights get so cold, but
Okay, that was amazing. I really like the concept, kind of like the name of the song, like Angel Wings, but she's kind of pretending that, somebody's dead to her, but they're not really dead. Which, when I was like listening to the initial like intro with like the Lockets theme, I was like, is she talking about someone that passed away? Like, I don't know if that works into like the Locket theme, like is that the theme of the album? Like like somebody's like it's almost like a like you're grieving somebody, but they're not actually dead. Like I might be overthinking it, but that's like when I was listening to that like intro, I was like, is she talking about someone that passed away or is she talking about an ex? But maybe she was talking about both, and maybe I caught that really early. I don't know, but I really enjoyed this song. I love the production on it. I was looking down here to see like who were the writers because like that outro, it sounded like something out of like a Tyler the Creator album. Like the way the synthesizers and stuff were going, almost like G-funk inspired instrumental a little bit. Reminded me of something that like Aaliyah would be on, and yeah, it was like a mix of like Aaliyah and like I got like a little bit of like an Ariana Grande vibe, maybe probably from Madison's vocals on the song. But so far we are, it's not a very long album. It's 11 songs and we're 3 for 3 so far. So for the night's next, I'm really excited to hear what we got coming up.
Headache, laying on the floor in a bad way. For my sake, you should probably drive out to my place. You should probably cancel your plans. You should come as fast as you can. I don't wanna be like this forever. Maybe you could put me back together. Baby, if you love me, I feel better. At least let's try. I don't wanna keep another secret. I don't care if anybody sees it. You can take advantage of my weakness. At least for the night, for the night. Some days I barely respond to my own name. You say, when will I grow out of my old ways? You should probably answer me, babe. You can put an end to my bad day. I don't wanna be like this forever. Maybe you could put me back together. Baby, if you love me, I feel better. At least let's try. I don't wanna keep another secret. I don't care if anybody sees it. You can take advantage of my weakness. At least for the night, for the night. I just hope in the morning I feel alright. I don't wanna be like this forever. Maybe you could put me back together. Baby, if you love me, I feel better. At least for the night, for the night.
Okay. That was a really good one as well. Um, it was solid. I don't know if I love it quite as much as like I love the first three, but I did really like it. I like the kind of like acoustic guitar thing they had going on. Um, the lyrics were interesting, kind of like I feel like it's like kind of her just submitting a little bit, like just hey, you could take advantage of my weakness for the night, just kind of trying to make yourself feel better, and then Yeah, I mean it's like it's relatable lyrics. I think it does. I think it's structured pretty well. I think it's the length is perfect. Like it didn't overstay its welcome in terms of how long the track is. Um, at times it felt like something like Sabrina would do, then at times it felt like something Billie Eilish would maybe do. It kind of had like I don't know if this is like the right like the Billy Bossa Nova song and like Bossa Nova stuff in general had a little bit of that vibe to it. Like I almost got like a little bit of a Spanish vibe out of the instrumental. I do think it's good. Like I think it's solid. Um, and I could see it growing on me over time. Bad Enough is the next one. We're gonna go ahead and give it a shot.
Taking but it's holding me back. And I feel kinda bad about that. But I don't wanna be alone. No, I don't wanna be alone. I'm slipping into habits so bad. And if you take a look at my past, I don't know how to be alone. I don't know how to be alone. I know that it seems easy, but I like that he needs me. My friends all say my standards are too low, but it's not bad enough to let my baby go. It's not bad enough to let my baby go. It's not bad enough to let him go. I know that I'll talk a big game, but nothing ever changes its way these days. These days. He says that I seem so sad, and what am I supposed to say to that when I don't wanna tell a lie? No, I don't wanna tell him why. He's not making it easy. I know he'll never leave me. My friends say things I already know, but it's not bad enough to let my baby go. Go, go, go. It's not bad enough to let my baby go. Go, go, go. It's not bad enough to let him go. I wish I didn't complicate it. I wish I didn't have to say it. I wish I didn't have to hate him. I'd walk away and I would be okay. I'm sorry that I let you kiss me. I'm sorry that I dragged you down with me. And now we're at the bottom and we both know that I don't wanna let my baby go. Go, go, go. It's not bad enough to let my baby go. Go, go, go. It's not bad enough to let him go.
Well, that was amazing. That was amazing. I love the way that song was. I love the different types of instruments. It sounded like there's like I'm really bad at labeling instruments. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I don't know, like a synthesizer esque instrumental, like instrument that was kind of like weaving in and out of the background. I thought the lyrics were relatable. I love the way her vocals are stacked. Especially on the go part, like during the chorus. Like I love the way the vocals are stacked. I loved kind of the harmonizing that was going on during the bridge of the song. Um, I mean, the lyrics were just super relatable. They weren't like super deep. I don't think they were meant to be like decoded or anything like that. But I think they were super relatable and, conveyed what she was trying to say really well. But love the way she sounded on that song. Love the way the vocals were stacked. Love the instrumental. Again, she has the only writing credit. Like, I don't know if she's like, if it's just like a delay or if she's like literally just like writing and producing all of these songs, which if she is, like, that's crazy. I didn't know she was that involved in the production side of things. Um, but anyways, that might be my favorite. Like it's between that one and Angel Wings right now. But also like Yes Baby, I really enjoyed, but like I've heard it a bunch of times because it's been out for a little bit. But Healthy Habit is next. So far, I mean, we're like one, two, three, um, 4 out of 5 of these songs I think are amazing, and even for the night, I think is pretty solid. So, haven't heard anything bad, and we're like this is basically like the halfway point of the album. So. And I already know I like Make You Mine, so um, we'll see if she could really stick the landing the rest of the way. But so far, this is an amazing album.
It's not a lack of options, and I don't see a problem. It's not a healthy habit, like smoking in the kitchen and romanticizing you. Sometimes I tell myself you are the best. Sometimes I forget why I ever left, and I wonder if it's worth doing again. And I wonder if it's worth doing it again. And I wonder if, and I wonder if, and I wonder if it's worth doing it again. No, it's not desperation, harmless inspiration. It's not a healthy habit, like kissing random boys and pretending they're you. Sometimes I tell myself you are the best. Sometimes I forget why I ever left, and I wonder if it's worth doing again. And I wonder if it's worth doing it again. And I wonder if, and I wonder if, and I wonder if it's worth doing it again.
You don't remember anything, do you?
And I wonder if it's worth doing again. And I wonder if it's worth doing it again. And I wonder if it's worth doing again. And I wonder if it's worth doing it again. And I wonder if it's worth doing it again.
That was solid. Loved it a little bit less than some of the other songs I've listened to so far on here. Kind of came across as like an interlude. I really like the outro of that song, like the little pianos and kind of like the way she was fading out of that song. Sounds like it sounded like an interlude. I don't know if it was meant to be an interlude. If it is an interlude, I think it's like really solid. If that was like meant to be a song, like I don't know. I don't love it quite as much as I've loved some of the other songs on this album. But we'll see how it transitions into You're Still Everything and kind of go from there.
They say you'll get used to it, but it never goes away. If I get through this, I'll never be the same. It's hard to explain, like colors and pain. Oh, everything changes. Look what I became. I only exist in the moments you're talking to me. If we can't be together, then I'll just go back to sleep. Wish I was something
Yeah, I thought that was absolutely amazing. I love the instrumental. I've said this a few times, like I love the vocal layering. I really love just like the production choices and the different. I feel like there's just a lot of attention to detail, pretty much on everything Madison Beer's done, in terms of production. I thought like the lyrics were like really like deep and profound. Like she said some things that, what did she say? She said something like really crazy. I only exist in the moments you're talking to me. That's like I don't know, that's just like such a deep and profound thing to say. It makes me like really believe that she was like really going through it when she wrote this song. Like so far like she's like the only person on the writing credits, so I'd have to believe so far that these are, about real experiences that she's gone through, and it's just like I feel like somebody can only say something like that when they're really going through it emotionally. Um but yeah, I enjoyed that one. Thought it was amazing. Another really, really good song. Bittersweet. That was the one single I hadn't heard yet, so gonna go ahead and give that one a spin. Looks like we're having some issues getting it to play. Internet running slow or something. Um, wonder if it's a song. Apple Music's okay. There it goes. Apple Music's been weird lately. It's been causing me issues the past couple of days.
Can't believe it ends this way. Thought you'd always stay. Now I gotta
I've heard this
wonder
actually. No, I
what
didn't listen to the
changed.
single.
Think I have to go, walking all alone. Hate to see it all go down the drain. Wanted to be with you, wanted to make it through, but did you? I swear I knew. Now that it's over, you blame it all on me. I know I should be bitter, but baby, right now I'm bittersweet. I'm getting over what you put me through, and not say I'm done crying, but baby, I don't lie like you do. You do, you do. Right now I'm bittersweet. Right now I'm bittersweet. One day I wake up sad, but go to bed so glad, knowing you know what you could have had. Now I'm choosing me. It wasn't so easy. God forbid forever on my knees. No, you won't make it right. Can't look me in the eyes. Good for you. I always think I knew. Now that it's over, you blame it all on me. I know I should be bitter, but baby, right now I'm bittersweet. I'm getting over what you put me through, and not say I'm done crying, but baby, I don't lie like you do. You do, you do. Right now I'm bittersweet. Ooh,
Yeah, I have no idea how I forgot that I had heard that song. That song is amazing. I don't know if it's just like listening to it in the context of the album or what or I don't I have no idea how I forgot I heard this song, but when it started I was like, yeah, I know I've definitely heard this song. Like this is arguably the best song on the album. I'm surprised it's like I don't listen to the radio a lot. Um but like I haven't heard like much buzz around the song. Like I feel like this is like a hit song. Like I don't understand why this is like I don't know where she's like ranked on the Apple Music charts. And I don't know like what it looks like in terms of like cross comparison with like the Spotify charts, but I feel like she's probably like ranked too low in terms of where she's charting at. Let me look right now. Like where is she sitting at? She's sitting at 19, which I mean like is pretty good. Like that's not bad. Um, but like I feel like she should be higher. Like there's albums that have been out for months that are like sitting ahead of that. Granted, it's been like less than 24 hours, but like I feel like she's putting together like not like not only like very very good songs, but like palatable songs that I think could chart well and do well on the radio. So I'm curious. I'm gonna look at like I'm curious of the like kind of like the iTunes charts, how she's looking in terms of people. So she's six on the iTunes charts of people who have actually bought the album. So I mean that could actually, eat into her like streaming numbers a little bit because she has people actually buying the album, which is awesome. To be top 10 in iTunes because that means people are actually, spending the 9.99 or 7.99 or however much an album costs these days. But Bittersweet is an amazing song. I love the bridge. Like I feel like they've really been killing it on the bridge. I like some of her lyrics. Like I say I'm done crying, but I don't lie like you do. Like I like kind of like the raw honesty um in lyrics like that. But that's another really, really good song. We've got three left. I already know I love Make You Mine, so really just curious on what Complexity and Nothing All at all have to offer. And then the reaction's gonna be over. I'll score the album, but I'm very satisfied with everything I've heard so far.
All of my fine complexities, the baggage that I turned into beauty. I have a way, a tendency. I tend to stay with people who leave. But how can I expect you to love me when you don't even love yourself? How can I expect you to want me when you want nothing for yourself? How can I expect you to love me, to love me, to love me? How can I expect you to love me, to love me, to love me? Remember the time that you said to me, and you made a joke, but what did you mean? I look in the mirror and don't see what you see. Wish I could forget what you said to me. But how can I expect you to love me when you don't even love yourself? How can I expect you to want me when you want nothing for yourself? How can I expect you to love me, to love me, to love me? How can I expect you to love me, to love me, love me when you don't even love yourself? How can I expect you to want me when you want nothing for yourself? How can I expect you to love me, to love me, to love me? How can I expect you to love me, to love me, to love
Yeah, that was another one that's just like, geez, that was amazing. It makes me want to like cry at the club. Like I wanted to dance, but like the lyrics were so sad. Um, they're simple, but they were like, like they're powerful. Like how can I expect you to love me when you don't even love yourself? Like they're just like relatable stuff. It was it was a cry in the club kind of song there because like parts of it like made me want to dance. There was like a little like distorted sound in the background. I think it was like maybe like a distorted vocal with like some type of like vocoder on it. Or I don't know. I'm not good at identifying what certain sounds are in instrumentals, but yeah, that was like her cry in the club song and she nailed it. Like that was fantastic. Like um that was awesome. That was really, really good. And I mean, what I really like about Madison is that she's just got natural raw vocal talent, which I've noticed with artists that have like that just like they're just naturally gifted singers that they don't always like experiment as much with their vocals and play with like different vocal effects and they keep things like really pure, but she doesn't do that. Like she puts like effects on her vocals and experiments and like she also has a really good voice. So like when it all comes together, it's just fantastic. I mean, so far, like this is an amazing album. I know I like Make You Mine. I'm gonna play it again just because I really like that song. Then we're gonna see what the outro has. But like this is I don't know, it's hard to compare because Life Support was I think a little bit longer of an album. But I think this is my favorite one so far. Um, it is really like short and to the point and sweet, but like it this is amazing. Make You Mine.
I wanna feel, wanna taste, wanna get you going. I wanna wanna string, wanna make you mine. Step inside my mind, you can see the shine. Got you on my walls, believe it. Baby, don't be scared, want you everywhere. Catch you if you fall. I mean it. Closer I can you resist? It's relentless, it's why I wanna feel the rush, I wanna taste the crush, I wanna get you going. I wanna lay you down, I wanna stray
Yeah, I've already, stated a few times on this video how much I enjoy that song. I think it's interesting and like in the context of the album because like complexity, she's kind of talking about, how somebody doesn't want her and they don't want to do good for themselves, like they don't love themselves. Like she's kind of like powerless in that scenario. And then like I think it's interesting, like this song feels like her kind of taking the power back a little bit, especially with her using like Jennifer's body as the kind of visual symbol of for the music video. Um, so it's just really interesting to hear like in contrast to the previous song. Like it just feels like she's kind of like taking the power back. Like there's kind of like an energy shift. Um, like I don't know what it all means in the context of the album. Um, I'm not that smart in terms of like putting together the whole out. Like I mean I could figure it out, but I would have to listen to it a few times and like really dive into anything. Like I think there's a concept here that I'm kind of missing. Um, I thought maybe it was like something about, and I mean maybe it is about somebody that's dead to you, but they're, like kind of like grieving the death of someone that's still here. I mean, that's like my theory so far. And maybe this little thing, talks about, what the concept is, this little blurb that, they normally write on Apple Music. She wrote down a list of things that felt like they were a part of her life naturally and wanted something that was vintage sounding. I think she's hit that, definitely something that felt delicate and girly. Like I said, like it's like girly is, that's a good way to describe it. Like a sweet sound, like they're like sweet instrumentals is what I've heard a lot. After heading to the dance floor in previous singles, 15 minutes, Make You Mine and Yes Baby. Yeah, like I said, like definitely, dancey, leans more into acoustic textures and introspective vocal highlighting ballads on Locket. She's a hopeless romantic drifting through a world of whimsy and melancholy, written in the wake of a breakup. So that makes sense. So, resilience after a loss, angel wings. I mean, I feel like I was kind of right. I don't think that was like maybe the theme of the entire album. But happiness and sadness exist in the same breath. You should be bitter, but you're bittersweet. You should be angry at the person, but you're actually like, no, this is for the better, and I'm weirdly okay. I agree with that. Like going through a breakup and stuff. I think that's a good point to make. Singing it, people are singing it. Yeah, I mean, there's a loose concept to it. But yeah, we're gonna play the intro, and I'll kind of give my final thoughts and score the album after that.
I used to wish, oh, how ignorance was bliss, that one day I'd be happier than this. I used to feel like all my fantasies were real, but now my dreams have lost all their appeal. As crazy as it is, I admit I'm afraid of getting better. I'm afraid it gets too good, 'cause it can't last forever, even though I wish it could. The higher you rise, the further that you fall, and soon you're left with nothing at all. I'm comfortable, I'm okay, I'm not that miserable. I'm somewhere in the middle of it all. I honestly just don't wanna spend my energy fixing all these broken things. As crazy as it is, oh, I admit I'm afraid of getting better. I'm afraid it gets too good, 'cause it can't last forever, even though I wish it could. The higher you rise, the further that you fall, and soon you're left with nothing at
Oh, that was a really good ending to the album. That's a really human way to feel, kind of you're afraid for the good things to happen because, like you're inevitably gonna lose that good thing or that good time's gonna pass, and then you're gonna have to come down from that high that you're on, and it's not gonna feel good. But I think it's good to, experience the highs and lows and just know that you're gonna eventually come back to the middle at some point. Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's an optimistic ending or if that's like a pessimistic ending. Um, like I don't know what her mindset was with I don't know if she's just like I don't know if it's acceptance. Like it feels like kind of a dark way to end the album, despite like the pretty instrumental and how beautiful everything sounded. But I thought it was a really good ending to the album. Overall, on this album, I thought it was like for the most part, I thought it was amazing. There was, one song, for the night I thought was like solid but didn't love, and like Healthy Habit, I was just kind of a little bit lukewarm on. But in terms of the rest of it, I pretty much loved all of it. So like I do this like scoring thing. I just started last night. I mean, this is like my second album reaction. Basically I just like I give 1 point to the songs like I just like love and think are amazing. Um, and then like I give like a point five to the songs I thought like were solid, and then I do like zero for the ones I like. I add all those numbers up for each song, and then I divide it by the number of songs that are on the album, and then that's how I get my, score out of 10. So I mean we're looking at something like an 8.5, maybe even I mean I'm just gonna round up. It was like an 8.7. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's a 9 out of 10 for an album. Round up. Like in reality, it's like, it was like an 8 point something, but I'm gonna round up and call it a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. It was really short and to the point, 34 minutes long. Um, I kind of like that. I didn't necessarily want to sit down and listen to an hour and a half long album. Like I feel like you've got to be have gone away for like a really, really long time for me to want to do that. Kind of like ASAP, like he hadn't dropped in 8 years. So like, yeah, give me a lot of give me eight years worth of lost music. But I mean, she last dropped in, I think like late 2023, so it had really only been like 3 years. I think, right, or maybe even less than that. Um, yeah, I mean, Make You Mine had came out in I want to say it was 2024, so it's like she's been like pretty active over the last few years. So it didn't feel like she's been gone for a long time. So like a short and sweet kind of 34-minute song made a lot of sense. I like that a lot of the songs were just like they're more like palatable than some of her older stuff. Um, they did a really good job of not like overstaying their welcome. Like I was never really sitting there on any of those songs like, damn, I can't wait for this song to end. Like the song's just dragging. Never felt like that at a single point in this listen. Yeah, I like the experimentation on the vocals. I like, kind of the pitch shifting they do at times, the way the vocals are stacked. Lyrically, I thought she was really solid. Didn't I don't feel like she dug too deep on a lot of the songs, but she dug deep on some of them, and I think she had some really good concepts and some good ideas and some really powerful lines at certain points. Um, I think Madison's like kind of a weirdo, like in a good way. Like she's kind of weird, and I think everybody, you see her, she's like the most beautiful person on the planet, and like you forget like she's a person too, and she's weird. She's got her quirks, and she goes through her struggles like everybody else. Um, yeah, I hope her music starts getting more attention because this is an amazing album. There's a few songs on here that I could see being, chart topping like radio hits. I mean, like Make You Mine performed like really well. I think that was like one of her better performing songs. Like I think it charted. I think it like I remember like seeing it on like the top tracks in Apple Music. Like I feel like it was pretty high up on Apple Music. So I mean, she has some momentum going with that song. I hope like it carries even more. Um, I mean, because like I'm sure like she doesn't love the fact that she's kind of just known as this, like this hot chick in a way. Like, she's that girl that, boyfriend shouldn't know about. And, she's got people like, oh, she makes music in different videos and stuff like that. So I'm sure that doesn't feel good, especially when she's as good of an artist as she is and she's talented and she clearly puts a lot of thought into her music. So yeah, I hope she, continues to see success. Her momentum's like it's like an upward trajectory though, so I'd imagine this just builds her career even more, and I'd imagine as the days go on, she's gonna climb the charts in terms of like what's on Apple Music and Spotify and all that for this album. Overall, though, like I said, really liked it. Rounding up, but giving it a 9 out of 10, and just excited to hear what she does going forward. Gonna continue to try to do some reactions. I'm gonna do a Tame Impala album that was requested by somebody in our comments. And then in a few weeks, I know I'm going to do The Fall Off by J. Cole. And then, if anything comes out between then, or if there's anything that catches my interest, I'll try to do it while Jaden's on his hiatus because I just listen to music all the time. So it doesn't feel like any type of work to, just like listen to an album for a little bit. But anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching.